Hi, and welcome back to another Free Talk Tuesday. I'm actually recording this on Monday, October the 7th, because this week is going to be crazy. I have a lot of stuff going on. Tonight is actually Nutcracker practice, and no, I do not do ballet. My daughter does, and my wife and I are in the party scene this year, so we have to learn some of the adult dances that go into the whole choreography of the Nutcracker, but thankfully, we're not doing ballet. It's been kind of hard for me to pick up all these dance moves. We have at least 3 different dances so far that we are doing, or at least different parts, 3, 4, 5, I don't. Honestly, I don't even know. Thankfully, my wife and one of the other gals that I have to dance with for just a small part of it have been great at leading me. This is totally outside of my comfort zone. The last time I was in any kind of a dance troupe or anything like that was when I was in Sunshine Generation back in the 80s. I was not great at it. I was a sunflower. I guess that's what this is all about. We had sunflowers and we had I was like in 1st grade. And there was a kid that went to my school. A bigger kid, his name was Buck. He was actually kind of a bully, which was kind of funny because his parents put him in Sunshine Generation. Haha, Buck, I know your secret. Actually, Buck was kind of cool a little later on. But in 1st grade, I think he didn't want anybody else knowing that he was in Sunshine Generation, if I remember it correctly. That was a very long time ago. Anyway, so I've spent today scheduling emails for my newsletter. I only have 39 people who are a part of my newsletter, and they are getting the first chapter. They have already received the first chapter of my story, Staying Alive. It is available in other formats and other locations, but this was just an opportunity for me to get those chapters out to my newsletter, in bite-sized pieces instead of giving them the whole thing. I'm really trying to learn here as an author, as a writer, how to interface with my fans, with people who want to follow me. This is my first real attempt at doing something regularly. So I have these chapters scheduled out 2 a week, Mondays and Thursdays, and they're going to be heading out to the newsletter inboxes all the way through mid-November. And that will take me all the way through Staying Alive, which is my first story in the Dungeons and Dive Bars project. This is a joint project that I did with other authors. I so far believe I am the only one who has revealed their name. I am writing under that project as Moscow Mule. Just we had to pick drinks, and that was mine. So it was a really cool project idea. It's kind of dying off as people are really working on their own, writing endeavors. It was hard. There's a lot of stuff that I've learned from this. First off, for me, it was a great opportunity to get back into writing. Seeking Truth, which is book 3 in my ongoing series, has been long coming. I think it's been almost 3 years since I released a book of my own, not including The Weakest Frost Mage, which was a joint project with my son. He did, all of the story, and then I just helped co-write, polish it up, bring some, connecting some pieces together, which is a video actually that I'm looking forward to doing. I just have to kind of get a little bit more comfortable with the camera. Again, if you're new to the Free Talk Tuesday format, this is the 2nd video that I am doing for that. It's just really given me an opportunity to feel a little bit more comfortable being in front of the camera. No takes, no additional takes, no edits. So 1 take, no edits. Yeah, this is where I get to be human, and you get to see just how tough this is for me. But hopefully over time I will get better at it, and I will feel more comfortable in front of the camera and in this space. because this is something that I actually really, really want to do. It's something that I've wanted to do for a very long time. If you've been following any of my other videos, man, I started this channel back in March of 2012. And this isn't even my first channel. I had another channel under Brady.frost@gmail, my Brady Frost, just personal channel. And it's been a struggle for me. And it's something that I really want to get better at. It's something that I've dreamt about for a long time. So if you're here, if you're watching this, which I suspect not very many people will be, thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting this journey. I love to have you along. And we can talk about the things that I learn along the way. One thing that I learned is that in my last Free Talk Tuesday video, first off, I learned that this camera will cut off at 30 minutes. So these are going to be about 30 minutes because I don't want to, zipper in other parts. Just want to keep it as, low effort as I can, just moving forward, with the channel. And that's kind of a good duration, is about 30 minutes. But in learning that, I did have to do the video a couple of times. And I had, first and foremost, in my mind, I keep tracking right there in the view screen, 30 minutes. And so I was talking very fast. And I don't want to do that. So I'm trying to, take it a little easier. Just putting my thoughts out there, just existing in this space. The second topic that I had today was, I have the newsletter, it's going out. I lost 1 subscriber. I only have 39 now, and that's okay. But what happens if somebody is reading my books? Because I have book 1 and book 2, and then there's The Weakest Frost Mage out there, which is in my son's series. So that's, 3 books. Not 5. 3 books that people will have an opportunity to join my newsletter. And I'm not currently offering them anything to do so. So, in the future, I could give them Staying Alive. Boom, here you go. Here's a great novella for you. Have fun with it. But right now, I'm doing it chapter by chapter. What happens if somebody joins my newsletter and they are getting like chapter 6 or chapter 7, right? That's not going to make any sense. So I went ahead and I am actually a platform ambassador. I'm not a very good one for Ream. And this mug says, "Storytellers rule the world." And this was something that was sent out to the 2023 ambassador program members. Just something kind of neat to have on my desk. But as a member of the Ream platform, it's kind of like Patreon, but designed by authors for authors. Really neat platform. I was able to go out and schedule each of these chapters, the 13 chapters. I have it scheduled all the way, through the first part of November for Ream. And the reason why I scheduled those a week ahead, which you're getting 2 chapters per week, so you'll be getting, 2 chapters ahead of the folks that are on my newsletter subscription list, is because I know that it is a pain in the butt to go and join a platform like Ream. And just to be clear, none of the content that I have available on Ream requires you to join a support tier. It's just there. Just follow me. You can go to my page. I believe it's reamstories.com/rbradyfrost. And just right at the top of the screen there, it'll be like follow. And it just asks you for your email. So that when I post things or when things go live, they're scheduled to go live, you'll just get an email. And I realize that this is kind of a rough space to be in for my 39 newsletter subscribers. If they want to join Ream, they're still going to get those chapters as they play through. And there's just no other way around it right now. But I have to exist in the space that I'm in, and I have to allow things to not be perfect. And that's just one of those things. If somebody wants to move over to Ream, they don't have to pay for anything. In the future, hopefully, I can get to a point where I'm writing fast enough that I can provide advanced chapters for folks. And that can be a way that I can grow my author business and grow my author platform. And while I know that that is super valuable, I also know that I'm not there right now. I am writing every single day, in large part thanks to the word count spreadsheet that my wife created for me. And I did create that video and posted it to my channel for the word count spreadsheet. And the template is included in the description of that video. So if you're a writer and you want to check it out, please feel free to do so. But even at writing every single day, my word count is still fairly low. Like last night, it was 200 and some odd words. The night before that, it was 500 and some odd words. So, you know, I'm doing better than not writing at all. And allowing that little box for the day on the word count spreadsheet to be my anxiety point of, man, if I don't write today at least 10 words, which I actually want to be at least 100 words, but I tell myself at least 10 words. If I don't put a number in there for the day, then I feel like that is a huge loss. And there might be days where I don't have a number in that spreadsheet filled. And I have to have kindness for myself, and I have to allow myself to exist in that space. Otherwise, the shame and the anxiety will prevent me from writing, further. But the point is, even writing what I'm writing right now, every single day, it's still not fast enough to ask people to pay me for advanced chapters. I'm not there yet, and I know that. And so everything on my Ream page is absolutely free right now. Please do not, if you go there, I think you can sign up for a paid tier. Please don't. I'm not there yet, and I don't want you throwing your money away. And I'll just leave it at that. So please just follow along for free if you're interested, and we'll go from there. Another thing that I've been doing lately, besides practicing for the Nutcracker and working on my writing platforms, is I've actually been taking a little bit of time for myself and gaming. So I know that sounds weird, right? But for a long time, I'm a gamer who doesn't game. So on the Switch, I've been playing Final Fantasy XII Zodiac Age. I played the original on whatever platform it was on. Gosh, was it the PlayStation 2 or the PlayStation 3? I can't remember. It came out shortly after Final Fantasy XI, and that was in the early 2000s. I think I might have played it in like 2008. Maybe a little bit before then. So maybe it was on the PlayStation 3. I can't remember, and it doesn't really matter. But now I have the Zodiac Age version on the Switch, and so I've been playing that. Some of it I put in fast forward mode, so I'm just zipping around the map, doing whatever. And sometimes, I just kick it back because it's really frantic. And it's been fun, actually. So when I originally played Final Fantasy XII, I got, I got like 40 hours in or something like that. And there's a couple of mechanics that are really neat. The license boards are how you access new abilities and new equipment. Or you could buy equipment, you can find equipment, you can only equip it if you flesh out your license board. Each kill you get, you usually get like 1 license point. I've seen 3, sometimes a little bit more on more difficult monsters. And that applies for any of the characters you have in your party, whether they're active or not. One thing I don't like about this Final Fantasy, but I guess it's not that uncommon, is that you can only have 3 active characters at any one time. And I think that was part of the problem when I played the first time through, is because you can get license points for any active member of your party or inactive member of your party, but they don't get experience points. I'm not sure how that plays into it, actually. I'm not very far into the playthrough. Done a few hunts, progressed with the storyline, a bit. And I remember getting to one point where I was in like an abandoned subway or mine. There was I think there was a train yard in there. It was fairly far in, but I save locked myself on accident. You do get warnings on the transition screens or on the save screens that if you save in that area, you might not be able to get back out. That's what happened. I ran out of items, and all the mobs around me were just way too difficult, and on whatever system it was, I just ended up playing a different game and I never came back to it. And that's kind of sad, because it's actually a fairly decent game, even now, playing on the Switch, which I like. Because if I'm playing here on my computer, or if I'm playing upstairs on the PlayStation 5, I'm either here in my office or I'm up in my bedroom, and the kids do like to hang out around me when I'm gaming. Now that they're all getting a little older, they like to play their own games. But I don't like being shut off from the kids. So being able to play on the Switch has been really nice, because I can just go hang out on the couch, and they'll come in and out and hang out. I can hang out by Tara, my wife, and I don't feel shut away. That's something that I have dealt with. I deal with PTSD. This is my shirt from one of my shirts from when I was in the Air Force, and if you don't know, that this AFSC is, this badge is gone. I was a tech controller. They called us water walkers. Before that, I was in POL, and that wasn't fun. But I deal with PTSD from my time in the service, and one of the things that I have done over the years that I'm trying really hard not to do is I self-isolate when I am not feeling comfortable, when I'm feeling anxious, when I'm dealing with a lot of stuff. I hide from my family, or I have hidden from my family, and that is something I'm trying really hard not to do. And so playing on the Switch lately, these last few days, has been a great way for me to, force myself to relax, to spend time with a video game, and to be around my family and not be away from them. So that's a big growth point for me, and I'm really glad that I have been forcing myself to take this downtime. Because otherwise, I realize that I'm not actually producing a lot. I'm not writing more words. I'm spending time worrying. I'm worrying about, what videos to create for this channel. I'm worrying about whether or not people are going to unsubscribe from my newsletter list, or if doing this Ream thing is a bad idea or a good idea, or if I'm going to feel burnt out and not be able to continue doing it. So yeah, I think it's important to take measured breaks, and that has been, for me, Final Fantasy XII Zodiac Age, and it's been a lot of fun. What else can I talk about? That was pretty much my whole list. I can tell you a little bit more about Staying Alive. Yes, let's do that. So, Staying Alive is kind of a fairy tale retelling, and it's in a unique environment. So this whole project is based on, it's dungeons and dive bars, and there's a guy, his name's Bob. He shows up in different spots around the world. His dive bar might look differently from the outside, but it's all pretty much the same from the inside, maybe different from location to location, but the principle is the same. On one side you have Bob. He is the dive bar owner, the bartender, and on the other side is, this being of chaos, which is the jukebox. And that's the whole mechanism for how, the dungeons and the dives work, is that the jukebox contains songs. And these songs, will level up over time. If somebody tries to go into the dungeon that is represented by the song and dies, they die in real life. So the stakes are really high. It's a way to make money. If you finish a dive bar, or a song in the dive bar, then you get $10,000 per level of the song. If nobody goes into the song to defeat it, it will level up over time. And so, there is this big responsibility for these divers, these people who find the dive bars, to make sure that these songs don't level up. Once they hit level 20, they are fully powered, and if the entire jukebox fills up with level 20 songs, something bad happens. Like chaos is unleashed upon the world. All the dungeons that it can create, that can manifest in real life for everybody, not just for the divers who go into the dungeons created by the jukebox. And there's some other stuff. There's some lore in there that we've been bouncing around, between the group of us. And it's really, really interesting stuff. But like I said, everybody, we're all trying to be full-time authors, or we are full-time authors. And other writing has taken priority. I know it took me a long time to write Staying Alive. It's taken me months to write what I have so far of the next song, which will be Golden Brown by the Stranglers. And that one, I am really having a lot of fun writing it. It's nautical themes, so I won't spoil too much about that. That will also be going out to my newsletter, probably starting in November. So if you'd like to join for that, or join Ream, I will have chapters for that as well. That one will be a different diver, and we all write different locations and different divers and different songs. It's one of those things where our styles are much different. If you don't want to just follow me, if this project sounds like it's really interesting, you can hop over to Royal Road and find it. It's just Dungeons and Dive Bars. I won't give a link because I don't want to, promote that too much, because it is winding down. Like, we have ideas that will take us several seasons, but it might take us a while to release the content for there. And that's just where we're at right now, and it's okay. It's totally fine. I greatly admire the other authors that I am working with. It's been a lot of fun, but I don't want people to get into that Royal Road story and then be upset if it's not releasing content regularly, because we are all, this is a side project for all of us. We are working on our books, and like I said, it has been 3 years since I've released my last book for my series, come next month, and I know I need to do better with that, make progress on it. It's not, I need to do it for my fans, I need to do it for myself, but I really want to as well. It's just the last couple years have been really hard on myself and my family, and I'm trying to get back to a place where I can do that writing and feel good about it, I guess. Just being completely honest here, there has been a space of time where I did not feel like I had what it would take to write book 3, which is Seeking Truth, to be the book that I want it to be. And that's been really hard, because my dream is important to me, but also this story is really important to me. Denton's story is really important to me. And there are people every day who are reading A Battle Mage Reborn. And I really, really appreciate those readers, and I want to get back to that story, and I want to write it to be the story that I want it to be. And it is a very beautiful story in a lot of ways. So, very, very dark in some. It's I definitely consider it dark fantasy, LitRPG. It deals with some dark themes. And just for the folks out there, I know this is deep into a Free Talk Tuesday. If you are browsing YouTube and you find my channel and you decide to watch this video at any point, I just want you to know that I really, really appreciate you. Thank you for reading my novels, and I haven't given up. I've written Staying Alive, and I'm writing Golden Brown, so that I can become the author that I need to be to write Seeking Truth the way that I want it to be written. So, I know it seems like I've forgotten the series. I have not. I think about it every single day. In fact, this desktop background is actually the cover for Seeking Truth. I see it every day. So, no, I haven't forgotten. And I do appreciate you, and thank you for reading my books, whether it's in Kindle Unlimited, with your Kindle Unlimited subscription. If I have people buy the book because it's also available through Lightning Source. I don't know how people are getting that, if they're going to like Barnes and Noble and asking for it and ordering it. I don't know. But every now and then I get a report back from Lightning Source that says, hey, you sold this many copies, and it blows my mind, because those are physical copies that people are ordering, and that just is so crazy to me. So thank you so very much if you've done that. Second Chance or The Broken Blade. I also have it available on Audible. Both books are available on Audible in audiobook format, and every month I have new people picking up the audiobooks, so thank you so much. I would love to have a book 3 to get over to Adam Werner, amazing narrator, and I hope to do that here soon. I will finish up Golden Brown, and then I will get right to work on Seeking Truth. I've had some amazing ideas for where to take the story. I already have the ending in my mind. Usually I get to the end of the book, and it's even more epic than I had it in my mind when I started, because ideas start to formulate and show up on the screen or on the page. By the time I get there, I have so many connections built in. It's amazing. It's just part of the process that always surprises me. I love writing, and I've been doing my best to make sure that I am leaving space in my life to get the writing done. So if you've watched this far, thank you so very much for supporting my YouTube channel. I cannot even begin to describe how much it means to me. Thank you so much. Thank you if you have read my books and supported me in that way. And if you would like to get some behind the scenes, I have some handwritten notes, or actually handwritten scenes that I have written from Second Chance. Some of the hand-drawn concept art that I've done for the chapter art, I've uploaded to Ream. So it's just reamstories.com/rbradyfrost if you'd want to see that. I actually have the first, I think, 7 chapters of Seeking Truth. I'm going to go back there and reread them and tweak them a little bit, especially the later chapters of those 7. So this is your chance to read very much in draft form, before whatever makes it to, the end state of what Seeking Truth becomes. And I may offer advanced chapters for Seeking Truth. Just depends on how things are going and how I feel about the process, and I need to get far enough in advance to feel comfortable offering those for the paid tiers. If anybody does want to support me in that way in the future. But like I said, I'm not there yet. I'm not making any promises. Please just follow my account if you're interested. Right now everything will be free. The only way that I will release advanced chapters of Seeking Truth is if they're in the paid tiers, just because there will be spoilers, like major spoilers in this book, for a secret that I've been hiding throughout the series so far. So we'll see. Please, by any means, contact me. Leave a comment below if you'd like. I would really appreciate it if you have read my stuff in the past. I would love to know. So yeah, not really expecting a whole lot for these early videos, just trying to get comfortable being on the camera and creating content for the channel. So let me know what you like, let me know what you don't like, and we'll see where we go from here. So thank you for joining me on this Free Talk Tuesday, episode number 2, and hope to see you around. Thanks.